and lots to get through actually tonight. Gordon and I will have a look back on the opening day of the Pembrokeshire cricket season yesterday. We will talk rugby as well, with Narberth's great escape almost complete. Almost, we say. They're nearly over the line, aren't they? We'll also preview an all Pembrokeshire final that's to come in the West Wales Cup. Gordon was there as Tenby, but they're placed to join Hakin in the final. And we've got two guests on with us tonight, with local Carter, Harrison Whitacombe, joining us in the studio. He's representing Great Britain in Portugal this weekend and is a real talent. Looking forward to hearing more from Harrison, and we'll be joined by Pure West's Ali Belton as well to find out how she fared on the streets of London in the marathon on what was a really warm day yesterday. Ali will be with us before 9 o'clock, so let's get going. Gordon, good to see you. Good evening. How are you?
Good, Ben. It's nice to be back for the live show. We've been off for a couple of weeks, but it's been very busy in Pembrokeshire sporting-wise, to be honest with you, and there's a lot going on.
Oh, there really is, and it is that time of year, isn't it, where you actually get quite a bit of crossover. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's that time, end of April, where there's still things happening in the football. Of course, Haverfordwest County have got European playoffs still to come. Cup finals going on in the football, the cricket season starting, still things going on in the rugby. So in a sporting sense, it doesn't get much busier than this time of year.
No, it is the busiest time of the season, to be honest with you. As you said, the crossovers there, all of the junior and senior football cup finals are taking place, plus the rugby as well, and that's senior and junior rugby finals going ahead. The cricket has just started as well. That started yesterday, and all 6 divisions were in action. Thankfully, it was a nice dry day on Sunday, because here in Pembrokeshire on Saturday it was a rather wet morning. So the sunshine for the cricket on Sunday, which was good.
Yeah, and I think actually that's as good a place as any to start, because if we do cast our mind back a year, Gordon, we actually had a delayed start, didn't we, to the 2024 cricket season. It meant that teams had to play double headers over the bank holiday weekend. So a collective sigh of relief perhaps around the county that things got going on schedule yesterday.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you just never know from year to year what the weather's going to be like. I mean, we've had tremendous wet winters where, we've been trying to catch up with all the football fixtures. As you said last season, it was so wet, the cricket season was delayed by 2 weeks. But we're bang on sync in Pembrokeshire this year. Everything is really good. The grounds are looking really, really good. They've all been cut, and I went to Oakfield Park in Burton, and what a picture that ground was yesterday.
I'll tell you what, let's start there actually. We'll run through the results from the weekend's cricket. First of all, Gordon, it's a tradition, isn't it? The opening weekend is on a Sunday, yeah?
Yeah,
the only time?
It used to be the bank holiday, Saturday and Monday in May was the start of the cricket season, but they brought it back the last couple of years into April. It's a crossover with the rugby and football, but most of the clubs are generally finished, so they can get the cricket started early, and it seems to be working out this season anyway.
The game you just mentioned was that game between Burton and Whitland.
Yeah,
and actually
Burton have just come up from Division 2. They were promoted last season, and they played Whitland, who, what would you say, a good standard first division side. They got some useful players. Burton did come second best on the day, with Whitland winning quite comfortably, to be honest with you. But it's only the start of the season. There's a long way to go yet.
Yeah,
I also went to the race course as well and watched the local derby between Haverfordwest and Langham.
I was going to say, Gordon, actually, Whitland and Haverfordwest were the top scorers yesterday in Division 1, both scoring 240. Big win for Whitland, as you say, by 128 runs. That game between Haverfordwest and Langham was pretty comprehensive. Haverfordwest racking up 240 for 8, didn't they?
Langham got a couple of early wickets while I was there, and I then left for Burton, and then I looked back and I could see that Mikey Jones and Ben Field had decent knocks for Haverfordwest to put him in a strong position, and Langham couldn't really get going on yesterday. So they suffered a heavy defeat against Haverfordwest. But as I said, it's early days.
It is, yeah. Well batted Benfield 47, Mikey Jones 86, top scoring for Haverfordwest in that game. The one that caught my eye as well was a good win for Cresselly. Cresselly Neyland was a big game on the opening day of the season, wasn't it? And Cresselly, a team effort really, put 195 on the board. Dan James 74 not out. And managed to bowl Neyland out for 131. That's a competitive first innings score that Cresselly got, but Neyland would have had a go, wouldn't they, at chasing that down?
Oh, definitely. I'm not sure how strong Neyland were, but it doesn't matter. They've beaten the champions on the opening day of the season, and Cresselly have got off to a great start, and they'll be delighted with that and will want to carry it on as the season progresses. Carew, another good side as well. They had a good win yesterday, Ben. So it's, those top sides, they get going early. Neyland going to have to play a little bit of catch up, I think, and it's only one game, yes, but they don't lose many at that level.
Well, the lesson I've learned from doing this show for a few years with yourself and Fraser, don't really look at the table until 5 games in, Gordon. That's normally your mantra, isn't it? But there's no denying that Neyland slipping up on the first day of the season, that's a big result.
It's not what they would have wanted, Ben. Obviously, they would have wanted to done well on the opening day of the season, but Cresselly are a useful outfit, and on their home ground, they've got the right result, and they'll be buoyed with confidence going into the next few games now. But as you said, we don't look at the table till about 6-7 games in, and then we start to see a pattern.
The other game Gordon mentioned, Carew beat Loreni by 57 runs, and the other match in Division 1, Saundersfoot were big winners over Herbrandston. Saundersfoot 207 for 8 on a good day for batting. John Mansbridge 77, Simon Stanford 47, and they bowled Herbrandston out for 99, and Tom Mansbridge took 4 for 27. And John Mansbridge backed up his batting with a 5-for on the opening day. 5 for 32 for Saundersfoot to bowl
an
into victory.
Excellent all-round performance by Mr. Mansbridge there. Fair play, excellent. And Saundersfoot are a decent outfit. Yeah, it's really, they're all capable of beating each other this season as well, Ben. What I can see with the players they got at this moment in time, things will change over the course of the season, but it's going to be a good season, plenty of runs. Wickets are pretty dry at the moment. We haven't had that much wet weather. As I said, we had a bit on Saturday, but previous to that, it's been quite a dry month in April. I think it's a record dry month in April. It's gone from one extreme one year to the other, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the batsmen, they'll be loving this type of weather. The sun shining, a good track, and they can get some decent scores.
Yeah, absolutely right. And the thing as well, Gordon, is that the good weather is going to continue, isn't it? It's going to be nice this week and into the bank holiday weekend. So you do feel that if you're a batsman at the moment, the start of the season, this is the time you want to be batting.
Definitely. I mean, we're in for a really warm week, so everything's going to be pristine, hopefully, on Saturday for the boys playing cricket. And as you just pointed out, batsmen love a dry, a sunny wicket. There's not a lot of movement, but they can score plenty of runs. It's a tough job for the bowlers, mind. They have to change their swinging or spinning or whatever they try to do to get these players out. There's some quality players in Pembrokeshire, to be fair. It is a good standard here.
Yeah, indeed. Division 2, I'll just do a quick rundown of the results. Pembroke beat Johnston by 3 wickets. Pembroke scoring 144 to win that game. Narberth were all out for 187, beat Cresselly seconds by 38 runs. Jamie McCormack well batted with 93 in that game. Some low scoring games in Division 2 as well. Carew seconds all out for 57 against Fleckrid, who knocked those off to win by 6 wickets. Hook beat Burton as well. Burton were all out for 64. Will Ridge scoring 44 of those 64 runs as well.
And I think the boy Phelps had, did he have a hat-trick and 6 wickets?
Aled Phelps 6 for 26. I think one of the bowling performances
I
of the
believe
day.
He had a hat-trick in that as well.
And
so,
I just finished on this one as well. Llanrhian were beaten by St Ishmael's by 10 wickets.
I don't know.
Llanrhian were all out for 65. Top scoring, though, after getting a call-up to the first team on the opening day with a dogged 12 off 68 balls was Fraser Watson.
Well, Fraser, Jeffrey Boycott was.
Yeah, Jeff Boycott. What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
So
many of the listeners would know who Jeff Boycott was, but yeah, we leave it
when
at that. They'll have to find out.
I have to say, having top scored, and he's not here tonight, Fraser, but having top scored, you wouldn't want to leave him out really of the first team next week, Gordon.
He cemented his place for next week, no problem at all. But he needs to up his run rate a little bit.
He does need to have his run rate. Go to pembrokeshiresport.co.uk. You get full rundown of all of the results and all of the key stats as well from all of the weekend's cricket. They offer excellent coverage. We'll do the results every week on the show as well. Read them all out in the first hour. Myself, Gordon, Fraser and the team will bring you thoughts on the weekend's cricket as well. Let's just turn our attention to rugby, and our first guest is coming up in part 2 as well. But we had a great interview with Liam Gadd in the first hour of the show. We followed Narberth's battle to stay up, haven't we, really closely? And KT's done a great job interviewing Liam Gadd, and we've spoken about it on this show. And I tell you what, we didn't think it was going to be easy. We knew it would probably be a bit dramatic. I'm not sure we would have guessed at just how, because they drew 34 all with Newcastle Emlyn at the death at the weekend, and it's all but guaranteed their safety, Gordon.
Yeah, I believe there's 6 points from safety, which is probably enough to ensure that they stay in that division. Bonnymine, I believe, got Merthyr left to play.
Yes.
Merthyr being one of the top sides in that division. You can't see them getting a lot of change out of that, to be honest with you. So well done to Narberth. They've dug really deep. And in this particular game, they were behind on, I think, 2 separate occasions by quite a few points. And they managed to dig deep and get a draw, which is fantastic, to be fair to them, because they've had a really challenging season after coming up as champions last season. It hasn't been easy for Narberth. They've had some really tough encounters, which bodes well for next season. They know what to expect next season, and I think Liam Gadd is leaving to go for Swansea, isn't he? Good luck to him. He's done a decent job with Narberth, and whoever comes in for Narberth has got a tough job in their hands, but to stay in that division in the Premiership is really hard. And congratulations to everybody at the Lewis Lloyd ground. They've cemented their place for next season, but they know it's a tough job ahead.
It would be a huge swing now needed for Bonnymine to stay up. And as Gordon said, they play Merthyr, who are top of the table. That game will be played on the 7th of May. So Narberth's survival should be rubber stamped that day. And it is some achievement, Gordon, assuming that does happen. It all goes to plan, which I think it will.
It will go to plan.
Yeah, it will.
Because I don't think they can get any more than 6 points.
That's correct.
Yeah, so they'll be okay.
And actually, there were times when it looked like they were going to run out of games, Narberth, as well. And if you think that the start they had, they did find that adjustment to going into the Premiership very difficult. So they were playing catch-up, really, going into the second half of the season, weren't they?
Yeah, they were, and they were always up against it. And it's always okay when everything's going okay for any team. For Narberth, who had such a great season last season, to find it so difficult going up one division into the Premiership, it's been a really hard learning curve playing at that level. They would have learned so much this season from that, a lot of those players, and I'm sure they'll probably strengthen their squad a little bit as well, and hopefully they'll do a lot better next season.
Indeed, and Liam Gadd will be moving on, as Gordon said, so we'll keep an eye on the replacement there and who that might be, but certainly to come into a club that's still in the Premiership will make all the difference. And Liam's been excellent, always happy to talk to Pure West Sport, and we appreciate that, because it's not easy. It's easy when you're winning every week to come out and talk, isn't it?
You need to give him a lot of credit, because a lot of coaches don't want to talk to anybody when their team has lost, but he's always spoken to our guy every week, and that's good. You've got to have that relationship with the press. You've got to take the rough with the smooth.
Yep, indeed you have. All right, listen, we're going to take a moment, because we're going to be joined in a few moments by our first guest this evening, a real talent, actually, and it's a new sport to tick off on the show. Local kart racer Harrison Whitacombe, who will be representing Pembrokeshire and Great Britain at Portimao in Portugal this weekend. He's, I think, heading out to Portugal tomorrow, in fact, so he's coming to the studio to talk to us. He'll be talking with us in a few moments' time, so looking forward to speaking to Harrison. Ali as well will be on before 9 to tell us about running the London Marathon. If you did the marathon yesterday as well, give us a comment and we would love to mention you, because I know there was a strong Pembrokeshire contingent who were running on the streets of London. It was a hot day yesterday as well. Although I was watching some of the elite athletes, and when they started, Gordon, and they just make it look so easy. They just make it, and I know it isn't, but it just looks effortless the way they do it.
Yeah, incredible, Ben. And I mean, was it one of the women? She ran a world record time as well. Fair play. Excellent.
Yeah, exactly. There was some amazing stories. So Ali will be telling us hers, and if you did take part, it would be really good to give you a mention on the show. But we will be karting with Harrison. He'll be with us in a few moments' time on DAB Digital Radio, live on social media. It's your Pure West Sport for a Monday night.
Eaton-Evans and Morris